the Honorable Union Minister, Shri Narendra Singh Ji Tomar, the Managing Director of Mahindra & Mahindra, Mr. Pawan Goenka, the Chairman of the Board of the New Delhi Institute of Management, Dr. Bansal, the Board of Directors, faculty of NDIM, the graduating students, parents, and guests. It's a great honor for me to speak to this very distinguished institute. I was really pleasantly surprised to see that all your students have been placed in a time which is very challenging. The environment may not be the best for recruiters, but yet the fact that all of your students have been placed and in top institutions is a good reflection on the work that is being done by your institute. I was also very happy to see that the faculty is predominantly of females, which just shows that if India has to progress and we see the same sort of level in other institutions, India's productivity would considerably increase. So congratulations to you on this, and the close interaction that you have with industry is another thing that is noteworthy. I want to begin by taking some lesson from history. This is an unprecedented time, and we haven't seen a thing like this before, where the whole world has come to a standstill. But our nation has gone through many challenges in the past. If I look at history, there is just one civilization which has lasted from the Bronze Age till today. When you go and visit Egypt, you see the whole history of the pharaohs, but those are just dead monuments. You see the pyramids, you see the Sphinx, but those are all just now historical monuments. Greece is like a museum piece. You look at the Roman empires, you look at the large Turkish empires, they have all gone behind. There is just one civilization which continues for more than 6,000 years. Even today, Varanasi is the oldest living city in the world. What is the lesson that we can learn from it? I think the lesson to me is resilience, that we've had a resilient culture where more than 700 years of rulers, which were foreign rulers, whether it was the Turks, the Mongols, whether it was the British, they all tried to impose their own on us, but yet we have come out and emerged stronger. So that is what I think is needed: resilience, the way to adapt, and certain eternal values that we've had. I think if we take those lessons into account today, we will still get over this and probably emerge out stronger as our nation has done over centuries. So today, what I'm going to talk to you about is just some of what I think are just some of the mantras that I could have learned, which will go over time. At least I feel that irrespective of what is going on today or what has happened in the past or what's in the future, these things will continue. So first of all, I want to begin by what I believe to some extent we have tried in my own career of 40 plus years and has worked. The first thing again is to go back to our ancient scriptures of the Upanishads. They talk about a deep driving desire. What's said in the Upanishad is, you are what your deep driving desire is. As is your desire, so is your will. As is your will, so is your deed. And as is your deed, so is your destiny. In other words, if we have a deep driving desire to do something, and we will that it should happen, and then we act on it, then we can shape our own destiny. So even in these challenging times, I think, if you have a deep driving desire, I can tell you that the universe will conspire with you, will help you to achieve that and to create your own destiny. And therefore, that's what I would say would be the first lesson that I have learned. The second thing is that if you have to be successful in life, we have to often have the courage to take the path less traveled. If you look at the history of the greatest entrepreneurs in the world, whether it's in America, whether it is in India, they have all started by taking a path which is less traveled. Very often they have challenged their own families and have moved ahead. So if you see, so many of the Indian entrepreneurs moved out. I mean, the community that I come from, the Marwadis, we were in Rajasthan, which was a desert, and our forefathers had the courage to move out and come into and start doing activities in the rest of the country. And you see this across the board. So again, if we have the courage to take the road less traveled. The third thing I would say is that we all face challenges, but how can we convert these challenges into opportunities is what will make the difference between those who are successful and not. Challenges are there for every one of us, but even out of this, some will emerge stronger and others will not emerge. And these are the ones who have got who take opportunities, who look at the challenges and just convert them into an opportunity. I mean, I take the example of Israel. I had gone to Israel a few years ago, and when I saw entrepreneurs there, they had been unsuccessful maybe 6-7 times, but yet they kept on persisting and they found an opportunity, and some of them have become biggest entrepreneurs in the world. So again, how do you take a challenge and convert it into an opportunity? Sometimes I feel that's the way, we have to look at the signals around the world and convert it into opportunities. The next point I have realized is that to be in business, it's always to have a value-based business. If we live on values in our business, in our life, let me tell you that in the long term, that will create significant value, economic value as well. Sometimes in the short run, you may feel that it is a high cost, but ultimately it will create economic value besides so many other advantages. So I would say that values are very important for us. One of the things that I have learned in my life is Sangat, or the association of good people. You need people who are besides you, whether as your advisors, whether as your friends, whether as your guides, to tell you what is right and if you are going the wrong way. All of us make mistakes, let me tell you that. But we need to have good people, value-based people who can tell us that this is the right way to go. And that's what I would suggest is, right, I just wait a minute, I have my dog making a noise. Just a minute. Come on. Sorry about that. So value-based, I mean, as I said, Sangat is one of the other very important things, because we need people to tell us that we are wrong, and we should have the ability to listen to that. One of the other things which I learned when I was young is to have priorities in life. The priorities for me is, one, your own health. If you're not healthy, you're useless. The second is family, and the third is to do your career, your business. It's so important. Please keep in mind, health, your own health first, family second, and the third is your business or your profession. And I just want to end by saying that we must be grateful. Gratitude is such an important thing for a person to be happy. Think of it. Today, you have graduated from this such a prestigious institute. You must be one of the minority people in the world to have had an opportunity to study, to have the parents you have, to come to an institute like the NDIM to get a job. And we must be grateful for that. And we must be able to give back. That is the difference that is made from a human being. Human beings are the only people who have the ability to discriminate between right and wrong, the ability to improve the world around us. And I think all of us who are more privileged need to do that. So if I was to summarize, let's have a deep driving desire for us. Secondly, let's have the courage to take the path less traveled. Third thing is, let's look at challenges as just another door for opportunities. Fourthly, let's look at values to drive our career. Have good sangat. Prioritize first our own health, second family, and third our career. And finally, have gratitude for all the good things. With that, I wish you great success and good luck in the times to come. Thank you.